All right, good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to One Thing About Experiential Outdoor Hospitality. And this episode today is sponsored by Evolve Lodging. And actually, I'm here today, of course, with Randy Hendrickson. We come to you every Monday morning to share one thing that will really make a difference in your experiential outdoor hospitality property. And today we are going to talk about the one call. So, the one thing is one call. And I know that Evolve Lodging shares that you can really make one call and solve a lot of your problems, fill a lot of your gaps. And that's what we're going to talk about today. But because this is such a common, like one stop shop, or
Mm.
just pick up the phone and we'll do exactly what I just said we'd do. So many people say that and so few deliver. So Randy Hendrickson, share with us if you would please, how is this different with Evolve Lodging? What exactly does it mean, especially for new people with new properties? What does it mean, one call?
I'm so glad we're kind of returning to this because you and I talk about this all the time, and we know who we are, and we know what we do, and we know what we provide, and yet sometimes when we're talking through the full description, they say, "Oh my God, I had no idea." So I wanted to approach it from a little bit different angle today. Okay. So when you talk about something being turnkey, what does turnkey actually really mean? There are some manufacturers of accommodations, for example, that say, hey, it's completely turnkey. Well, not if you don't have furniture and decks and all the rest of the stuff that go with it, or the contractors to set the unit. It's not turnkey. So what does turnkey mean? So I took a little bit different angle. So if you're thinking of entering the industry and you're kind of confronted with all the things that you have to attend to, let's just go down the list. Brokerage, you got to buy the property. You got to have accommodations, so you got to find out the accommodation angle. Got to find furniture, so got to wear that hat too. Got to find a good provider of all the FF&E that's going to be the right stuff to put inside your unit. You're going to need a contractor because they're going to have to do some construction stuff. So here's a little quiz. Name a brokerage that also develops and provides accommodations and FF&E and manages. There isn't one. Name a management company that has a track record spanning 3 decades that also invests, develops, and provides custom accommodations and FF&E. There isn't one. Name a manufacturer of custom accommodations that also is a brokerage, a development company, and a management company. You won't find one. How about a furniture provider that also does accommodations, brokerage, development, management? There's not one of those either. Last one. Name a contractor who's licensed in 40 states who also co-invests, provides accommodations, FF&E, and management. The bottom line is there's one company that would be Evolve, and our partners, our manufacturing partners, our construction partners. So I bring this up because it's just a little bit different way to look at it. But also, if you're thinking about getting into the industry, there's these things you've got to have: brokerage, management, FF&E, accommodations, contractor. That's 5 success points. It's also 5 points of potential failure. Do one of those wrong and the whole enterprise can be jeopardized. Wrong contractor, wrong accommodations, wrong management company. Those are 5 points of failure, right? So why would you go through that? So it's kind of like you can wear all those hats, or you can, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it, you can hire the hat rack. So we're the hat rack. You can wear all the hats, but let us wear all of them for you
Right.
and with you, right? So
It's just to interject a
yeah.
second thought on that. It's such an intelligent way to look at it, actually, because all of these pieces are so integrated. And one of the things I've noticed from learning in the last couple of years in this space is that for some reason, people just don't connect it all. They really
That's
do
right.
try to piece it together. And we've had so many conversations with very successful and intelligent people who speak of the money they lose because they have to piecemeal it together. So it's very intelligent to look at it from just an expense perspective, and so few people have the whole vision because of the quality of the people that we work with, our partners. And one other thing is that a lot of people say the same thing in this space. You know,
Yes.
it's all the people we know, and we have the relationships, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I encourage that because it is all about collaboration. And yet, what's still lacking is I guess I do want to boast about this. I want to say I want to be, but really is the depth of experience, like just what you have alone, and not to mention everybody else that's on our team. It's quite extraordinary, and we marvel at that all the time of the people that we actually really do work with on a daily basis and how they've
Yes.
all come into to this collaboration. So, yeah, just a couple thoughts about that.
Well, and it's true, and whoever may be watching this, you'll be learning more about Evolve Hospitality in the coming weeks as we go ready to launch March 1. That's going to be weaving all these things in together here. But to your point, Michelle, we've been very, very blessed and fortunate to have assembled an amazing team. I was taking a rough tally. And just with our senior team alone, there's 138 years of industry experience in this industry. That's an average of 24 and a half years per person in our senior team. I don't think anybody matches that. So why is that important? It's important because this isn't designed to be a commercial per se saying, hey, call us. But what it is, yeah, I guess maybe some of that. But actually what it is it's almost like an insurance plan, if you will, because if you overspend for the property, everything else you do is going to be tough to make up the difference. If you buy
Right.
the wrong accommodations and they start deteriorating and you don't get the ADR, you bought the wrong ones, that's tough to overcome. A bad contractor is very hard to overcome, and bad management can make everything go away, right? So these are those five or six success points that we can help you with. This is designed especially, it's for anybody that's in the industry now, of course, but if somebody is contemplating getting into the industry and through the brokerage, the Intrepid Group, we run across this all the time. I want to be in this and I'd like to buy this, but I don't really know enough about it yet. I'm trying to learn. Well, this is the way to insulate yourself with an entire team of people to help ensure your success. We do this because we actually care about people that are getting into this space, and we want you to do it right. And if we can be that guiding hand to get you through all this stuff, we think it's the right thing to do for people coming in. It helps the industry. So yes, I mean, do we benefit from that? Absolutely. But I hate seeing people come in and make the same mistakes that you and I have seen, because you and I always say we could have helped them with that.
I
We could
know.
have fixed that for them. You know,
It's
it's
crazy.
frustrating.
And then it's like $1 million later, and you're just like, do you
That's right.
remember when we had this conversation? Another
Yeah,
thing that just popped in my mind regarding the decades of experience that you speak of course, that is tremendously valuable, especially to anyone new coming into the space. And we also have people from other, like from hotel
that's
and
right.
my marketing background and different. So we also have innovation and fresh perspective. And when the two of those come together, and we're always having these conversations, the what if, I mean, you're a very innovative long-term thinker anyway, but I know a lot of people who've been in the industry for 30 years are not like that. They're very staid and very convicted about their box, you know.
Yes.
So I think we have the best of both worlds to offer. And we are, we have experience, we have older people and we have younger people, and all of it combined really does bring the full package. And I, for one, even when we're talking with clients, sometimes I will forget the things that we offer. Like we'll be in a conversation and then they bring it up and it's like, oh my gosh, I forgot. We can handle that. Don't worry. We just forgot to mention it.
Yeah,
So it becomes such a an organic fabric of what we're doing, of who we are.
right.
And and you don't always remember to, who you are, I guess, or to highlight that. So
I agree. We kind of sometimes we're guilty of having our blinders on. And to your point, somebody will
yeah,
say something like, God, you guys sound incredible with the accommodations. I just got to find a contract. Oh, we've been doing that for 40 years.
right.
Got you covered. Check, check.
Yeah.
It's fine, but I mean, back to square, the one call thing, it legitimately is one call on every phase of getting into this business, or if you're in the business already, maximizing potential. What is the proper expansion strategy? What does that budget look like? Who's going to oversee that construction budget with you? It's just all the pieces. So, what's the good thing about all this is as we know, it's not all lump sum. You have to do all or nothing. It's whatever piece you want. Take that piece out, and let's just focus on that. If you got three of those things nailed down, you need help with this or that, we can do that as well. So, it really is one call from the perspective that if we don't do it, our partners do. And they're reputable partners we've worked with for decades, and it's just the right solutions from people who've made mistakes.
Right, right. And I love that you used the word perspective because one of the tremendous advantages that I've observed as this has evolved is that when you go out and you try to piece it together, you are hiring individuals that come from
Right.
very focused perspectives. They're just wanting to sell you furniture and or whatever the thing is you're looking for, or accommodations, and they want to sell you volume. We never approach it that way.
Never.
We have this perspective that we see the business and the land it's built on, the whole thing. So every decision is made with the vision in mind. It's never, myopic. It's just like we know what you're going after and all the pieces fit together. I think that's actually really significant.
It is. Everything feeds off of and is the product of or the origin of something else. And all none of these things independently or should be thought of as independent. They all interweave into this fabric that you mentioned. This is a living, organic, breathing business entity with multiple facets, and you have to know that one affects the other, affects the other, affects the other, or it can domino in the wrong way.
Right, exactly. Wonderful. Well, I bet you have a CTA to share with everyone. Call to action.
I do. I do. It's
Yeah.
one call.
Yeah. Just one
It,
call. I feel like
research,
there's a jingle
yeah.
for that.
Anybody who need to just to get the overview, just reach out to Michelle on our Calendly link and schedule a call. We can all jump on and talk about your project and just really talk it through, right? I mean, the one call really is just a free way to find out, are we a fit? Do we have the things that work for you? Can we help you in another way? We're very happy if we don't do something to recommend the proper person for it. So consider us a library and a resource as well. Just make that one call. Call Michelle and let's talk about your project. Period.
Ring me up, everyone.
That's it.
Forward to that, and let's have an incredible 2025. This is the time right now
Yes.
to have that call. So, okay, well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, Randy. Do you have any closing words, or are we good until next week?
We're good until next week.
Okay, see you all then. Ciao. Thank you so much.